Welcome back to Z and Abs, Abs DIY, bringing another episode on this Audi TT MK1. Today we have another issue with this Audi TT MK1, another common fault with these cars, and that is the radiator fan not currently working. So as you know, on the previous episode on this Audi TT MK1, with the common faults that we've mentioned earlier, was we replaced this plastic pipe with this pipe over here. And we got a leak from the bottom, which we replaced. No more leaks, but unfortunately we got the car running for 20-30 minutes and we realized the temperature sensor was going over the operating temperature. The reason for that was because the radiator fan didn't kick in. And you can check multiple things to make sure your fan's in fault. One of them was removing your fan. I'm not sure if you can see from here, but just over there you got your fan connectors, so you can remove the plugs from the fan connectors, give it a direct 12 volt. And you've got two fans, one's the low speed and one is the high speed. Just by giving it 12 watts via the probe, you can see if both of the fans are working. The other way that you can check if your fan's working is when the car is running, you just go ahead, or when the ignition's on even, go ahead and remove your temperature sensor plug, which is this one over here. So you just remove that. And if your fans kick in, then you know your fan is good. You can do is go ahead with the battery, is disconnect your battery, and you want to open this box, and these are your fan fuses. Go ahead and double check your 30 amp fuse, as well as these wires over here. Make sure there's no corrosion and they're all working perfectly fine. Again, you can do a 12, you can get a probe or a light tester, test each of the plugs as well as your fuse. If they are good, then that's fine. If they're blown, replace them and see if your fan works then. And number 3, then start your Audi TT and go ahead and put your aircon on. Once your aircon is on, you should hear your fans running. If you don't hear your fans running, then you know there's another issue with either with the fan or the thing I'm going to show you right now. You know the fans are not in fault, then it is your fan control that's in fault. Go ahead and remove that and replace that. And that brings me to today's episode. We are going to show you how you're going to go ahead and remove your fan control module and how you can replace that, and we're going to show you the fans kicking in once you replace that. The first thing you want to do is you want to locate your fan module or your fan control module, and it's just underneath the battery tray. So go ahead and remove the battery, remove the 2 terminals at 10mm socket, and then remove your battery tray. Once you remove the battery and the battery tray, if you come over here, you have the fan control unit over here, and it's held by 2 10mm, and you got 2 plugs underneath. If I show you the new one, that's some strong packing there. That's very good, heavy duty packing. So that's your fan control module. So it sits like that. Remove the 10mm, hold it from the bottom if you can, remove the 10mm and slides outside, and if you turn it around you have 2 big plugs. Go ahead and remove the plugs. Again, it is just a normal VW Audi plug connector. Press it, pull it out. Again, on this side here, press it, pull it out. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and replace your fan control module. One is already loose, and I've already removed the connectors. So 2 10mm, I can go ahead and remove the fan connector. So just slides across like this. So if I compare it, and you want to make sure your part number matches up, this one over here, and you got these ones over here. And if you want to go extreme, you can match these numbers up with this, also these, and again those. But as you can see, mine match up very fine. So out with the old and in with the new. So we're just going to slide it just the way we took it out. Actually, before we slide it, I'm going to connect. So these are your cables. I'm going to connect my cable. Get a better view. Okay, so you should have a clip like that. Again, you should have another click. There, so you know they're connected in. And now we can slide this underneath, and then you just want to tighten the fan control unit. Take my battery and I'm going to get the car running, and I'll show you the two methods which the fan should kick in, i.e. removing your coolant temperature sensor or putting your aircon on. So we're going to try with the aircon first, see the fan kicks in, and then I'll show you with removing that switch. Put your aircon on by pressing, so I'm going to just drop the temperature down to, you don't have to, but I'm going to drop it down to cold. So put it to low, press auto. When your aircon red light goes off, your aircon is on and your low speed fans should kick in. And your low speed fan should kick in. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove my temperature sensor. As soon as you unplug the sensor, your low speed fan should kick in. Okay, so we got the car running for quite a while now. We're at operating temperature after we changed the FCM fan control module. And now I'm just going to go to the temperature, digital temperature. So you can hold the reset and up arrow button together. And it's a bit tricky, so let's reset it and now hold it. Nope. Reset it and now hold it. So again, this is quite tricky. It does work. There you go. So when you come to 1C, toggle down. So when you come to 1C, toggle down to 49. 49. Press the reset. No, 49. Press the reset button, and we are at 90. So this is your engine temperature. On digital, this is 90, and we're operating at 90. So when it goes to around about 95, 97, or between 93 and 97, shall I say, your low speed fans should kick in. We're at 97 currently, the engine temperature. So let's see if our fans have kicked in. And yes, our low speed fans have kicked in, therefore our FCM has been successful. Now, just to make sure our high speed fan kicks in, we are at operating temperature, so we are nice and warm. I am just gonna hold the revs. And I'm gonna wait until the temperature rises to see if our fan, high speed fan kicks in. Really want to get this on recording, but unfortunately it won't. What happens is when I rev the car, the temperature hits 97, the low speed fan kick in, temperature drops down, the fans cut off. However, we have checked and made sure high speed fans are working when we gave it a direct connection with the probe. But obviously until the temperature doesn't rise to 105, I reckon around about 105 plus, your high speed fans will not kick in. I mean, it is a good thing. When we reach 97, the low speed fans kick in, temperature drops down, the heaters are nice and warm to the touch. So guys, I am going to end this episode here. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you haven't already, consider to like, subscribe and share, and we shall see you in the next one. Unfortunately, we do have another issue with this Audi TT, and the issue is, as you can see, I am not pressing the clutch. The car is running, and if I go to, so if I move the gear stick to the left, and I've got a resistance, I know that will go into gear. Again, if I put it in reverse, I can see it's got resistance. Third and fourth has resistance, but the fifth and sixth don't have nothing at all. As you can see, the clutch is up, the car is running, and look at that. I can literally just move it back and forward as if there's no fifth or sixth gear. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, obviously if you know, you know, but a lot of you might be thinking your gearbox is gone or your clutch. Let me tell you something, it is not the gearbox, it is not the clutch. We are going to be making another episode on this Audi TT, what the issue could be. So if you want to know what the issue could be, watch the space, guys. We'll upload another episode to show you how we can sort our fifth and sixth gear. We've got too much play and there's no gears at all.